Electricity costs in the Philippines remain among the highest in the region amid spiking oil prices and uncertainties over supplies triggered by the worsening war on Iran. This has prompted the government to ramp up investments in solar power. But while the solar industry is expanding rapidly, many remote communities still remain beyond the reach of the country's power grid. Mariejo Ramos reports for CNA.
The Philippines has some of the highest power prices in Southeast Asia. Now, the government is betting big on solar power to help secure cleaner and cheaper energy. One of the biggest initiatives is M-Data Solar in the provinces of Nueva Ecija and Bulacan, set to become one of the world's largest integrated solar and battery storage facilities. But what will it take for solar power to take off for the rest of the country? At the solar event in Manila, investors, developers, and policymakers are showcasing the future of renewable energy, from rooftop systems to utility-scale projects. But as the Philippines accelerates toward a greener future, one challenge remains. Not everyone has access to solar grids. The Philippines aims to generate 35% of its electricity from renewable sources by 2030. But expanding solar power will require more than just building panels. The country's aging power grid must also be upgraded to handle decentralized and intermittent energy sources. Just a few hours from Metro Manila, some communities remain off the grid, like the upland settlements of Barangay Laiban, Rizal Province. Families here, including around 200 households of the Dumagat Remontado indigenous people, rely on small solar kits and batteries for basic electricity, just enough to power a light bulb or charge a mobile phone. It's been 2 decades since Concepcion last used her kerosene lamps to power her home. Solar power has become a cheap but reliable source of energy for their household.
Pero ang karaniwan pong nagagamit namin ilaw, pangunahin. Pag nagbuhay kami ng TV, walang ilaw. Pero okay naman po, matatag siya. Na hanggang ngayon ay nagpakinabangan namin.
But these self-funded, do-it-yourself solar kits are not enough for full electrification.
Kaya sabi ko nga, tagal na natin dito. Wala pa rin akong balita sa totoong kuryente talaga. Kaya po yan nagdami, yung mga ganyan solar. Halos lahat na bahay dito ay solar ang gamit.
For many communities like this, clean energy access remains unequal. Rooftop solar systems are still too expensive for low-income households, and remote villages are often excluded from large-scale electrification projects.
Hindi kaya pwede na mula rin po sa Philippine government ay merong ng isang malaking solar plant sa isang area na dito na lang kukuha ng kuryente yung community. Dapat tiningnan namin kung paano kami mismo mula do sa renewable energy na kinuha sa aming ancestral domain, paano kami magbe-benefit.
Analysts say the country faces a difficult balancing act, how to rapidly expand renewable energy while ensuring ordinary Filipinos can actually afford and access it.
And I think with the advances in the technology, with the modularity and scalability of renewable energy, particularly solar, and with the great position of the Philippines, we get a lot of sunlight every day. I think it's a moral imperative for us as well to inject and insert more renewable energy into the mix. When you look at communities like small islands getting affected by the energy crisis, it's not just an inconvenience, it's a matter of life and death.
Developers say decentralized solar systems and battery storage could help bridge the gap, especially in island provinces and remote rural communities where extending transmission lines is costly.
Solar energy is free, it has low emissions, and essentially the technology it's more or less a plug and play. Just once it's installed after development, just let it be.
Solar power is one of the Philippines' most valuable and promising resources. The question now is whether the country can turn that resource into an energy transition that is not only clean but also inclusive. Mariejo Ramos reporting for CNA from Metro Manila.